see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
You are going to spend your entire life with us, so sharing a room is inevitable. His voice carried no arguments, it was statement unchangeable. You took a deep breath, your chest rising and falling as you realized there was no use arguing. You know exactly what the consequence would be if you did. In a dark corridor, you walked with slow steps, glancing into every room as you passed by. Your hand clasped your dress tightly as if that corridor itself sent a shiver down your spine. You kept opening doors, searching for a room for yourself, but unfortunately they were all locked. Letting out a frustrated sign, you moved forward. Where the hell are all the rooms in this huge mansion locked? You spoke in an irritated tone, but just then the sound of footsteps behind you made your breath hit. What are you doing here? A deep voice echoed through the empty corridor, making you slowly turn around. I was looking for a room, but they are all locked, probably because of you, right? You spoke through gritted teeth and tongue smoked, brushing his finger against his nose. And what if I say yes? He said in mocking tone. You clenched your jaw and stormed away angrily. Young watched your glittering figure with a victory smirk. Where the hell am I supposed to go now? You muttered to yourself, stomping your feet in frustration. Moving ahead, you randomly pushed open a door that was not locked, but the moment you stepped inside, your feet froze. A scream escaped your lips as you saw Jimin standing in front of a dressing table wearing nothing but a towel wrapped around his waist. His wet hair dripped as he dried it with another towel. Your eyes widened and you immediately turned around, showing him your bag. Jimin raised up, staring at you before smirking and stepping closer. What happened? His husky voice came dangerously close to your ear. His bare chest pressed against your back, making your breath hissed. Before you could react, his arm wrapped around your stomach, holding you closer and still. Put on some clothes. Your voice stuttered, breath quickly at the proximity. Nervously, you bite your lower lip. Why are you getting turned on by my hot body? His words made your eyes widen in shock and you immediately snapped. I'm not, but then he shamelessly his lower body against your hips. Your eyes widened even further as he whispered, but I am little wifey. His lips grazed your earlobe, giving it a teasing bite. Your eyes fluttered shut, your body betraying you at the sudden wave of sensation. Just your mere presence makes me hard. That's how much you affect me. Slowly he turned you around and your hands landed on his chest. You met his dark, dominant gaze, one filled with burning desire for you. Leave me, your voice barely came out as a whisper, but instead of letting go, he leaned in closer, his deep voice sending shiver down your spine. Not before I calm myself. Without another word, he grabbed you and pinned you onto the bed and began hovering over you. His hands locked with your wrist above your head. My lips are badly grabbing to you on you. You glared at him, struggling in his grip. Jimin groaned in irritation, sucking on your skin one last time before pulling away to answer the call. Even as he spoke, he did not move away completely. His face remained buried in your neck. He answered the call, his warm breath grained against your skin as he listened. Then, after a pause, he spoke, "All right, we are coming." Ending the call, he looked down at you, meeting your twist brow. Without the words, he got up and walked toward the wardrobe. Grabbing his clothes, you quickly folded the blanket over yourself, pretending not to care where he was going at this hour. As he buttoned up his shorts, he turned to you one last time. The three of us are heading out. No one is in the mansion, so don't even think about stepping out. His voice was firm, almost like a warning. You only stared at him, unwillingly to admit that the thought of being alone in this huge empty mansion scared you. He held your gaze for a second longer, then grabbed his phone from the side table and walked out. The moment he left, you pulled out blanket over your head, curling into yourself free, tripping the eerie silence
After getting ready, you walk downstairs as your belongings had already arrived last night. Your long lashes flickered around the living area, searching for someone, but none of the three were in sight. Just then, James entered and bowed before you. Queen John, here's your breakfast. Hearing his voice, you immediately asked, where are they? You raised a brow, watching as James slightly narrowed his own before realizing exactly whom you were referring to. Jimin and Thyoung-boss are out of the mansion and Jungkook is practicing boxing. You shot him another look before taking the breakfast from his hand and placing it on the table. Take me to him. Your tone was demanding. James gave a small nod before leading you toward the boxing room. As you stepped into the dimly lit space, the sound of punching bag being struck echoed around you, accompanied by Jungkook's heavy breathing. Bored and left, Will you slowly walk closer to the boxing ring, your eyes taking in the sight before you in the dim lighting. His sweaty figure stood out. He was wearing only shorts, his dense hair sticking to his forehead, beads of sweat trailing down his neck, disappearing past his hard chest and sculpted abs into the waistband of his shorts. You swelled hard at the sight, clearing your throat, but he paid you no attention, so you finally spoke. You said I could take my online classes. I need my laptop and all necessary arrangements. I have not attended any classes in days. Jungkook's movement came to a halt. The only sound left in the room was his heavy breathing. Slowly he jerked his head in your direction, his gaze locking onto your with an intensity that sent shiver down your spine. Holding eye contact, he stepped down from the ring, pulling off his boxing gloves and setting them aside. He picked up a towel and walked toward you. Wipe my body. He held out the towel toward you. Your brow twitched as you glanced at it, then at sweaty face. Do it yourself. You met his dark, piercing eyes as you refused. Before you could react, his strong arm wrapped around your waist, yanking you forward until your body crashed against his hard, sweaty covered chest. You reek of sweat. Let me go.
You made a disgusting face trying to push him away, but Jungkook only tightened his grip, leaning down dangerously close, forcing you to turn your head back. Either you wiped his sweaty body or you kiss it. Your eyes widened into water. The thought of touching him was already unbearable. Kissing him was out of the question. You parted your lips to protest no, but Jungkook's expression darkened. His lips pressed against yours as he whispered,
Are you going to obey me or not? His deep voice combined with the suffocating proximity sent a wave of shiver through your body just as his lips were about to crash onto yours. You panicked. I will do it. Jungkook smiled. You hesitated but quickly grabbed the towel from his hand, pressing it against his damp skin, slowly wiping off the sweat. My face is sweaty too. He pointed at his face after he finished with his body. You let out a frustrated sigh, standing on your toes as you wiped his face. Jungkook's hands remained firm on your waist, supporting you. Each time you lowered yourself back to the floor and unconsciously resting against his biceps. Not again. When are you going to arrange my online classes? By tomorrow morning, you will have everything you need.
a dark room filled with the stench of blood. The air was thick with deadly silence, broken only by the sound of heavy breathing that echoed through the space. A dim light illuminated a long figure tied up to a chair, his body battered, drenched in blood, covered in bruises. Then the sound of multiple footsteps entered the room. The man in their chair slowly lifted his head, his swollen eyes fluttering open as his gaze landed on the three figures before him. A smile crept onto his face that just stepped closer, their expression blank and terrible. So you are the one who tried to kill our father, he spoke with an amused look, rising up from the man. Despite his better state, let out an eerie, twisted smile. Yes, I'm the one who killed him. His voice wavered, not just from the pain, but from something darker, yet his eyes remained locked onto the three men before him. And Why? Though his voice was dangerously low as he traced the knife from the man's forehead down to his neck. The captive eyes shifted toward the blade, feeling its cold, steely grazed his skin, but his wicked smirk never faltered. Because I proposed marriage to Princess John before the former king, but he rejected me. His voice cracked with bitterness just as Jimmy pressed the blade ever so slightly, drawing a thin line of blood from his neck. The three men clenched their jaws at his words. So you wanted Princess John, he spoke with raised brow, cracking his neck. The man, Luciano, let out a dark chuckle before responding. Not exactly what I wanted was the king's throne, but you stole it for yourself by marrying your own sister. His voice dripped with venom. His teeth gritted in rage. A brutal punch landed on his jaw, making his head snap to the side, blood trickling from the corner of his lips.
She is our woman. We claimed her. A queen belongs only to her kings, not to a greedy wolf like you, he roared, gripping Luciano's collar before shoving him back forcefully. Jungkook stepped forward, placing his boot firmly against his chest, pressing down with increasing force. Now tell us who else is with you, he growled, digging his heel deeper into his ribs. The man's breath hissed, his face reddening from the pressure, a lump forming in his throat. No one. I attacked the former king alone. His voice trembled, not from pain, but from something else, something that did not align with the truth. Jungkook let out an increased snarl, kicked him, sending both him and the chair crashing onto the cold floor with a loud thud. The three men bent down, the dark, piercing eyes fixated on the trembling man beneath them. Jimin dragged the tip of his knife over Luciano's chest, a sinister smirk playing on his lips. Did you really think we had believed that a single man like you could infiltrate the king's security and attack him alone, huh? He pressed the blade in slightly, earning a painful groan from Luciano. No, I did alone. His voice shook, but before he could say another word, Jimin stabbed the knife into his arm. A painful scream torn from his throat as Jimin mercilessly stabbed the other arm, then slowly brought the blade up to his one eye. Tell us who is working with or this knife will carve through your eye. His voice was low, deadly. Luciano trembled as the blade hovering just above his eyes. It's Wilson. The three men narrowed their eyes, exchanging a brief glance before returning their gaze to Luciano. Full name, he demanded in sharp voice. Luciano shook his head, his body trembling. I don't know his full name. He made me wearing a mask. He was your enemy too, so I joined hands with him. A low, dangerous growl left from the three men. Without hesitation, Jimin stabbed Luciano's neck repeatedly, his expression void of mercy as blood splattered across his face. Stepping back, they all stood tall, their eyes burning a deep violent red. Go outside with a stranger just to kill our father, he scolded. Jimin wiped the blood off his face with a handkerchief. Then Jimin the guards disposed the guards quickly hauled away Luciano's lifeless body. Kyung kicked a chair in frustration, his jaw clenched. Now who the hell is the new daring to become our enemy? Wilson, he muttered, rubbing his temple deep in thoughts. Your footsteps echoed through a dark and vast corridor as you were exploring the mansion out of boredom. Your lashes fluttered in amusement as your gaze roamed over the complex architecture. That's when your eyes landed on a slightly open door in the corner. Your brow twisted in confusion as you took slow, cautious steps toward it. There were only 3 rooms with open doors. Who want this one? Muttering under your breath, you stepped inside. Your eyes scanned the surroundings, taking in the stark contrast of this room. It was beautiful and bright, unlike the rest of the mansion, which was engulfed in darkness. Whose room is this? You whispered to yourself, stepping further inside. That's when your eyes landed on Jungkook's back. He stood there, unmoving, staring at a large painting of a woman. You took a few hesitant steps toward him, but before you could get any closer, he sensed your presence and jerked his head toward you. His eyes turned dark, his jaw clenched tightly. How dare you enter this room, huh? He roared, stepping toward you with long, intimidated steps, gripping your arm harshly. He yanked you back, but your breath hissed in your throat at the sheer intensity of his anger. The door was open, so before you could finish, he cut you off, tightening his grip on your arms, making you wince. I told you that you were not allowed to step into any room other than ours. Your lips wobbled as unshed tears gathered at the corner
I was just exploring the mansion. Your voice wavered, but Changu did not tear his jaw clenched even harder. And who gave you permission to enter this room? He called anxiously, his face just inches from yours as he fingertips slipped down your cheeks as you looked up at him. No, no one. You sucked on your lower lip as your eyes turned closely with fear. You enjoy being punished by us, don't you? Your lips tremble at his words. You know what was coming next. Jungkook hardly dragged you out of the room, and you knew there was nothing you could do to stop him. You will stay in this room. His voice shattered your thoughts before you could react. He showed you into dark, filthy room. You stumbled forward. Your eyes darted around, and you quickly wiped your tears. I am not afraid of the dark. You sniffed, looking up at him defiantly. His jaw raised at your words. Then be afraid of me. I am far darker than this darkness. Why? He spat, slamming the door shut and locking it from outside. You sank to the floor, leaning against the cold wall, hugging your knees as more tears streamed down your face. Did you call her? He said with his legs spread apart, his upper shirt button undone, taking a slow sip of his drink. She is coming tomorrow. He smiled, sipping the liquid in his glass. It's been a while since I have seen her too. Finally, I will meet her tomorrow. A mischievous smirk tugged at his lips as he exhaled a puff of smoke from his cigarette. It's been a long time for all of us. A dark, creepy smile played on his lips as he placed his glass on the table, leaning back against the couch. Very fine, he raised the probe, making Jimmy glance at Jungkook in an answer. She entered the room, so I punished her. He gritted his teeth, his jaw tightened with frustration. The atmosphere shifted as Taeyong and Jimin exchanged dark looks. I hope you punished her well for stepping into that room. Jungkook gave a silent nod before crushing the cigarette under his shoes. Anyways, about her class, his words were abruptly cut off by a terrified scream, making all three of them snap their head toward the sound. Jimin quickly set his drink down. Profound. Was that Payan? He said with confusion. Maybe. He stood up with the other two followed suit. Let's check. Without another word, the three of them stood toward the locked room where you were kept. Within moments, they stood in front of the door. Lest please someone open the door. Your desperate scream and the continuous banging against the door made them exchange glances. Without hesitation, Jungkook unlocked and pushed the door open, and there you stood, sweat dripped from your forehead, mixing with the tear on your flushed, puffy cheeks. Your hair clung to your damp face, your red swollen eyes darting between them, filled with pure terror. Jungkook, your voice came out in big, shaky whisper, and before he could react, you lunged forward, wrapping your trembling arms tightly around him. Jungkook's eyes widened in shock. It was the first time you had ever called him by his name. A shiver down his spine at your sudden closeness. He had touched you before too, but this time you are the one who went in his arms. His heartbeat hammering in his chest as he buried your face against him. His hand remained frozen at his side, unsure of what to do. Someone was inside. It was coming toward me, Jungkook. Your voice trembled with fear as you clung to him desperately. Jungkook's brow frowned in confusion. He gripped your shoulder, pulling you away just enough to look into your terrified eyes. There is no one else in this mansion, Ryan. His voice was firm, but you just shook your head, sobbing harder. No, there was someone. I saw it. It was coming toward me. I'm scared. You cried, your entire body trembling. Jungkook exchanged glances with Jimin and Taeyong before giving them a sharp nod. Without a word, they stepped into the room, scanning every corner before returning. There is no one inside, Ryan. You know this mansion has no one beside us. He stood in front of you, his dark, piercing gaze making your lips wobble. Please believe me, your voice broke as more tears slid down your cheek. Jungkook paused you, then without warning, he picked you up in his arm. You gasped softly, looking at him with teary eyes. Without a word, he nodded at Jimin and Taeyong before carrying you toward his room. He places you on the bed and removes his suit, unbuttoning the upper button of his shirt. Meanwhile, you just stopped. Still scared, he climbs onto the bed beside you, hovering slightly above you. His dark, obstinate eyes meet your teary red eyes. Please believe me, someone was there. It was woman. She will. Your voice starts and your breath becomes uneven. There was no one there. He places a finger on your trembling lips. She was giving me a creepy smile. She was coming toward me.
downly clutching his wrist. She will, your lips stop moving as he presses his lips against your, just hold it. I should not have made a sound now. Her lips have stopped. He muttered under his breath and looked at your eyelashes, your face turning red with embarrassment. A smirk appeared on his lips. My little kitten was too hungry for me. He leans closer and you gulp. You don't know how your lips start moving on their own. But it would not be wrong to say that it made you feel calm. Your lashes lower. It was your lips shut when he places his finger on them. Don't you dare call it mistake. Your soft lips on my burning skin. It was just so satisfying. He buries his face in the crook of your neck. Well, you were trembling in fear in that room, and now you don't seem scared anymore. Seems like my body calmed you. That's not true. You look away, Jungkook leaning back against the bed, pulling you into it. You were so scared a while ago, but now you are not scared of me. He wiggled his eyebrow, and you glare at him. I'm not scared of you. You slap his chest. A mocking laugh leaves Jungkook's lips. Oh, I know just how not scared you are of me, he said in sarcastic tone. I hate you. You mumble into his neck and his lip twitched one in stomach. Shall you have me leave to in my arms? He whispered, sniffing your hair. Was driving on the road at midnight. The darkness was so deep that nothing was visible, and inside the car, the sound of mobile phone filled the air. Mr. John was behind the wheel, tension divided on his face, with little Jimin sat beside him in the back seat. Little Jungkook and Theung stared at their father with red, puffy eyes, his arm crackling a little, sleeping. Wyan, where are we going, Dad? He asked, his voice hurtful, jealousy clear in his face. We are going far away from here. This place is no longer safe, he replied, keeping his eyes on the road. With little Jimin glared at the sleeping Wyan. But why she is coming with us? His voice had anger. Mr. John glanced at him briefly before speaking. Son, she has no one left now. She will stay with us from now on. But she is a bad girl. Her dad killed our mom, Dad. He sobbed, his voice shaking with hatred as he looked at little Wyan with burning anger. Don't say that, son. She is not a bad girl. Her father was bad. Now she is your sister. She will stay with us. No, I will never accept her as my sister. She is a bad girl. I hate her. Slowly, Jungkook's eyes fluttered open and he found your face dangerously close. The soft moonlight bathed your features, making them glow ethereally. His dark eyes remained fixated on you, unwavering. Slowly, he reached out, brushing a strand of hair from your face, his finger lingering for a moment. My little bad girl, he murmured with a twisted smile before sitting up. He undid the buttons of his shirt, tugging it off and tossing it onto the couch, leaving his upper body bare. Walking toward the window, he took out a cigarette from his pocket, lighting it up with a slow flick. Taking a long drag, he held the phone to his ear. Did you lock her in the room? He exhaled a puff of smoke, his tone calm yet sinister. This time she will not be able to get out. Did Swain see anything? Did she notice her? His voice was tense as he rubbed his temple in frustration. For now, I have handled her, but we need to be careful. She must never appear in front of Wyan again. We will. With that, he ended the call and Jungkook turned around, his intense gaze locking onto your face. Nuna shouldn't exist only in your